Hi, I'm Lisa Shepard Stewart, and the name of my quilt is Makola On My Mind. My passion is African textiles for quilting, sewing, and crafts. It's been my whole life. And Makola is the name of a market in Accra, in Ghana, West Africa. I travel to Ghana every year to source fabrics and beads and all kinds of fun things like that. And Makola is the market everybody goes to, and there's a special fabric section there. What's fun about Makola is that you have all the vibrancy and the colors of the fabric vendors, the food vendors, clothing, everything you could possibly imagine is in this outdoor market. And it looks like a lot of chaos. It looks like things are just kind of bouncing back and forth and everybody's everywhere. But there's a real order to it and a logic to it that when you're visiting, you don't really realize what's going on. But it's a lot of fun. And so I made this quilt out of Ankara fabrics or African prints to kind of commemorate the energy and the feel that you get when you're in the market, because there are little lanes and alleys and streets, and you really have to kind of know where you're going. So when you're in the fabric section with the fabric vendors, all those ladies there with the stalls and the shops, it's just a lot of fun, a lot of color and excitement. So this quilt kind of puts that together. As for the quilt itself, I guess you could say it's something of a stylized log cabin. There's order to it, but then again, there isn't. And again, that goes back to capturing my feeling at the market. I tried to plan it and not plan it at the same time. So there is a little bit of an improv to it. At the same time, there are some guidelines I kind of adhered to as far as color, just to kind of make everything work together. Sometimes people are a little bit intimidated by the African prints, but it's really just a fun way to just express yourself and have fun with the fabrics. And they kind of tell you where they want to be when you listen. I created the quilt with a strip bundle, or I guess you could say a jelly roll of African prints, the 2.5-inch wide. And I just kind of cut them as I went and added pieces as I went, and just, again, kind of listened to the fabric. And sometimes when you try to over-plan or over-coordinate, it doesn't really have the same look. So you just kind of want to have a free, loose kind of a look. And again, at the same time, there are some things that you want to adhere to, is just to make it look cohesive. So I had a lot of fun doing that. The reason the quilt isn't actually here with me now is that it's actually touring. It began its tour at the Nelson Atkins Museum in Kansas City. And from there, it's a part of a show called Testimony, of all different African-American artists of all different types of media. And I was really happy to be one of the few fiber artists that was chosen for the show. So it's actually going to begin traveling in, I believe, 2023 and 24.